To get the dealer's cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates, click on the Car Cost Canada tab at any time during the video. Welcome to Northern California for the launch of this new 2019 Toyota RAV4. This might just be the most important vehicle launch so far this year because the Toyota RAV4 is the best-selling compact utility in Canada and the United States. In fact, if you take out all pickup trucks, the next best-selling vehicle in North America is the RAV4. It's quite an accomplishment. So this is very important, and what they're trying to do with this brand new model is make it appeal to a much wider spectrum of people. RAV4 has always been a good, solid, practical investment for anybody buying a utility. Now they want to move that to be a little bit more aspirational and a little bit more fun to drive. And they've added new features and new trims. One notable one is the one I have here, which is the XSE. So that's the sportiest, highest performance RAV4 is the hybrid. What they're trying to do is make hybrid not only a sensible choice for fuel economy, but also the performance choice and the one with the most curb appeal as well. On top of that, they've also introduced a new adventure trim in the US. It's called Trail in Canada. It's a little bit more off-road, rugged looking. And then you have the traditional ones that have always been for sale, the LE, the XLE. Those continue. Now on size, it's just a tiny bit shorter than the previous version and a little bit lower, but actually the interior is better because they've stretched the wheels out to each corner, giving it a longer wheelbase, giving you more interior space, and that's what people need. The nice thing, all of them come with LED headlamps in the Canadian marketplace and are pretty nicely equipped. So let's jump inside, I'll show you the features, and then we'll take this one for a ride and the gas version. Now, the previous RAV4, in my opinion, was a great all-rounder. It was a vehicle you could buy and drive for many years and give you no problem. It wasn't exciting or luxurious at all on the inside. Now, Toyota has gone to great lengths with this new one to really bring it up to 2019 standards. And it all starts with the big screen in the center of the dash. It's that tablet style that you see on a lot of other products. The base screen is 7 inches. The majority are sold with the 8-inch unit. You do get Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto, but speaking to the executives here, they told us that they're working with Android to get that included in their head units. Hopefully it'll be reverse compatible. They have the Entune suite and they can add that app. So hopefully we'll get that. Nice feature. You get available wireless charging pad. In the center of the instrument cluster, you get a digital screen. It gives you a lot more information. It looks better than the previous version. And the materials in here really are well done. Soft touch materials on the dash and the doors. And what you notice is that these are really built and designed for longevity. You can see the way it's put together. It's going to hold up in the long term. So this is the XSE hybrid that I'm in. It gets the blue stitching. If you get the Trail version in Canada, it's called Adventure in the US, you get the orange accents. One thing, Toyota has not ever made leather seats, as far as I can remember, in the RAV4. You get cloth or you get their faux leather, which actually holds up in the long run. And one noticeable difference between the Canadian and US market. So we're here in California, we've got US equipped cars with the big panoramic roof, not available in the Canadian market. You get a sunroof, but no pano roof. And the reason for that is the factory that makes the RAV4 in Canada for the Canadian market apparently isn't capable to put a pano roof in. The American ones get their source from Japan. So that's one difference. Nice features as well, standard heated seats in Canada, available heated steering wheel, available heated rear seats. Then you get into the overall size and packaging. The cargo area has actually been improved even though the vehicle is roughly the same size. This is a very practical vehicle for a family. It always has been. It's just been, ramped up to produce a vehicle that now when you sit in it and look at it, you're actually happy you're driving it instead of saying, I bought it because it's a utility vehicle. All right, don't worry, I am going to drive the regular gasoline version a little bit later. We're starting out with the hybrid. I want to talk first about what they all have in common and then get into the specifics of this XSE hybrid version. So all of the new 2019 RAV4s are built on the new Toyota Global platform. It's being used in other products like Camry, like the CHR, like the Prius, and it does deliver much better handling and road dynamics. It's also a lighter platform. This RAV4 is up to 40 kilograms lighter than the outgoing model. And when you add in an 8-speed automatic transmission to the gasoline versions and an improved hybrid system for the hybrid models, you're getting improved fuel economy anywhere from 4 to 7% depending on which model. Now, we do not have the official fuel economy numbers today when we're recording this, which is unfortunate. But Toyota tells us that all models, gasoline or hybrid, will be more fuel efficient, and the price of the hybrid is going to be lower. What they're really trying to do with this hybrid version is open it up to more people. About 10% of people buy the hybrid in Canada now, and they're hoping to double that to 20%. And one way of doing that is producing their sportiest model, the one I'm driving right now, the XSE. So we had the chief engineer here, which is so cool to talk to the person that's absolutely responsible for RAV4, starting way back in 2003. So he's the daddy of RAV4 for over 15 years now. And the goal for this new product was to have, you know, everything that you'd expect from a Toyota, which is the practicality and the reliability, but he wants to add in the X factor, that certain something that you feel when you drive this product that you can't actually put down on a numerical chart. It's that unknown, it's the feeling you get when you drive it. So the way to achieve that is the way the vehicle handles and also the performance that the hybrid system puts out. So output now combined with the electric motors and the 2.5 liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder is 219 horsepower. And they have a 4-wheel drive system that the chief engineer claims is just as good as the regular gasoline version. It has the ability to shift torque up to 50% to the rear wheels and side to side. They even have a sort of mild off-road section here to drive this product and get a feel for it, and you can see for yourself that it's doing a good job. So you think about it. If you want to make a vehicle more responsive and you have mild electrification, so you have electric motors, you turn up the responsiveness of the electric system to give you that instant torque and that acceleration when you need it. That's why they believe that they can sell more of these. It's like a no compromise vehicle. So you're going to get up to about 1,000 kilometers of driving on one tank of fuel. You're going to be able to save money at the pumps, and you're going to have the responsiveness that you kind of want in a small utility vehicle. And they're claiming that the difference in price between the gas model and the hybrid model is going to be much, much narrower now. Same thing, we don't have the official pricing. This car will not be available until the spring of 2019, but they say when the pricing comes out, people are going to be surprised. All right, like magic, let's go to the gasoline version. And just like that, we're in the 2.5 liter. And we've actually fast forwarded several hours having a chance to drive both the hybrid and this gas version. And the one thing I didn't really stress when I was talking about the hybrid is the new platform that this is based on. It's been used in other products, I did mention that, but it's really a much better vehicle for handling. You really notice that when you drive this. So they had two goals. One was to make the vehicle look a little bit more robust and dynamic, but when you drive it on the road, the goal was to make it more car-like. And that's an interesting thing we've seen in the marketplace over the last few years. People like the ruggedness of an SUV, but when they drive them, they want them to drive like cars, and you get that with this. So the engine here is the same that's used in the Camry, same transmission as well, 2.5 liter with the D4S system. It runs on port and direct injection, Atkinson and regular cycle. Doesn't really mean anything other than it saves you money on gas. And a big part of that is going to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now you have a dial here in the center which changes the drive modes from eco to normal to sport, and even there's all-wheel drive settings. As mentioned, the Trail is also called Adventure in the United States. It doesn't really have any mechanical differences for suspension. However, it does get extra engine cooling to allow it to tow up to 3,500 pounds. It's unfortunate it's only sold in one trim because with the rugged looks on the outside, the accents in orange on the inside, I think this is going to be a very popular model, and hopefully Toyota can expand this to be several different trims. The hybrid XSE does have a different suspension to give it a more planted ride on the road. That's how they're making it look better and actually handle better. It's a vehicle that now is actually not bad at all to drive. It feels light in your hands. It's easy to maneuver. One thing it hasn't changed is the sound from the engine. when you put your foot into this four-cylinder, it has that similar RAV4 sound to it. That might be a criticism. It could improve a little bit of sound insulation, but overall, is this an improvement over the last RAV4? Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the interior is so much nicer. I like the looks on the outside. The one we're driving right now is the Trail, or in the States they call it Adventure with the orange stitching. This is the one I would probably get, but overall, yeah, job well done. Good job, Toyota. So here's the pricing for the all-new Toyota RAV4. It starts at roughly $28,000 Canadian for the base front-wheel drive model. A base all-wheel drive starts at $30,690. That new Trail, or Adventure trim as it's known in the US, is sold only as one model, and it's $300 more than a loaded XLE at $38,690. The most expensive gas model is just over $40,000. Pricing for the hybrid will come closer to its on-sale date this spring. All of these trims are just a few $100s more than last year, but they receive a lot more content, like a new interior, new engine, transmissions, and more, plus the all-new Toyota Safety Sense 2.0 that includes bicycle detection. For me, it comes down to tried and true. The old RAV4 was a great choice as a good all-rounder. This new one just makes it more of an emotional purchase. You kind of want to own it instead of you buy it because you know it's a logical choice. I think this all-new 2019 RAV4 takes the best-selling utility and is just going to push down on the gas. This thing is going to be a massive hit. Car Cost Canada provides the dealer cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. The link is in the description below.